Ryan Reynolds here from Mint Mobile. With the price of just about everything going up during inflation, we thought we'd bring our prices down. So to help us, we brought in a reverse auctioneer, which is apparently a thing.
Mint Mobile Unlimited Premium Wireless. How to get 30, 30, bit to get 30, bit to get 20, 20, 20, bit to get 20, 20, bit to get 15, 15, 15, 15, just $15 a month? Sold!
Give it a try at mintmobile.com/switch.
$45 upfront payment equivalent to $15 per month. New customers on first 3-month plan only. Taxes and fees extra. Speed slower above 40 gigabytes. See detail.
There's no better feeling than a personal win. And the State Farm Personal Price Plan can help you do just that. Talk to a State Farm agent today to learn how you can bundle and save with the Personal Price Plan. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Prices are based on rating plans that vary by state. Coverage options are selected by the customer. Availability, amount of discounts and savings, and eligibility vary by state.
And now, live from the TCL broadcast studios, it's Joe Souchere and Patrick Royce with Sports Talk.
Starting to feel woozy, and I figured out why.
Why's that?
Ingy's mirror ball hat. Look, it's everywhere. It's like a drug thing.
As Ingy missed a day this year of the last annual Garage Logic and Sports Talk fair appearance.
I don't know.
Wait, what? Stop.
Yeah.
Patrick.
What?
Joe.
What?
Look what's out in front here. Kenny pointed this out. Kenny, go put your headset on. We've got a Row the Boat t-shirt.
Oh,
Atta girl.
Yes, that's good.
Row the boat, baby.
Mine say row the dinghy, but it's the same thing, you know.
Is that a euphemism?
Well, you know, the dinghy, you ever see those kind of going around in circles?
For those at home, he's circling his arms.
They're going to begin to row that boat tonight against the hated Aggies.
Oh, New Mexico State.
Yeah.
They shoved it down Wyoming's throat last week. They got a minus 9 yards rushing against the mighty Cowboys. And, of course, I'm a big Wyoming fan, so I was happy to see that. I was going to talk about the Gopher opener, Joe.
All right, here we are. It's your court. Here, let's go. Let's hear it.
I am a freshly turned 9-year-old in Fulda, Minnesota in 1954.
All right.
Nothing more important in my entire life than Gopher football.
All right. I think that was true of many, even urban children.
The state basketball tournament, the Gopher football games, there was only 9 back then, and watching my father shoot pheasants out of the car window. Those were the 3 most important things in my life, right? Back then, I was trying to learn the knack. I was 9, so I didn't have a shotgun yet. And 1954, we come up to my first Gopher football game. It's in November. It's against Iowa. Iowa's very good. They have a record crowd to play the hated Hawkeyes. We ended up in the end zone, standing in the end zone in the closed end. I'm kneeling down in the front line right behind the end zone. 65,000 people going nuts. The hated Hawkeyes.
Yeah.
This was my introduction to Gopher football.
Right.
And now tonight, you're playing the damn Aggies.
Right.
Over here, they're going to announce 42. There'll be 32.
Right.
2/3 of them will leave at halftime. And people wonder why I'm cynical about Gopher football. It's changed a little.
In 1954, they wouldn't have opened with New Mexico State.
No, they never did. They opened with
the one right in the conference play.
They did. Well, they'd have two non-conference games, and usually Nebraska they played Washington a lot, and Missouri and teams like that.
But Pat, there are generations of Minnesotans who don't remember when Gopher football was the sport in the state. The pros hadn't arrived here yet.
And then, even in the 60s, the early 60s, of course, it had been announced the Vikings were coming to town when they went to the Rose Bowl for the first time. And the next year they went back to the Rose Bowl. And in the early 60s, the Gopher football, now the attendance was hurt some. But through 67, the Gophers were probably more important than the Vikings. And then they tied for the conference title with Indiana and Purdue in 67. And Bud came to town and went 3-8-3, and we all made fun of Bud. Tie one for Bud became the slogan because he tied 3 games that year. But the next year, they ended up going to the playoffs, and the Gophers started going downhill.
You know what I'm really wondering? Seriously?
Yes.
In 1954, how did you get from Fulda to Minneapolis? I wonder what the route was.
Oh, well, you drove up 169, but it was 2 lanes back
Okay,
then. And
all
you drove in the old man station wagon. And
which way were you pointing?
probably had the shotgun in the back seat just in case we saw a pheasant in the ditch. Somewhere in Mankato.
He didn't have a client back there, did he?
No, never. No.
client.
The best pheasant hunting we ever did, we had to pick up some with the morning of the pheasant opener.
You had to pick
someone up at the Wilmer State Hospital. One of our local crazies had passed away, so we had to go up to the Wilmer State Hospital and pick up the body. But we road hunted all the way back. And,
yeah, you can't let that stop you. You see a pheasant.
No.
What the hell?
Well,
it's not like they're going to complain.
Plus, you can shoot hens.
Yeah.
Because what game warden's going to inspect the car when there's a body in the back? Right?
Oh, they're good. Let them go.
Yeah, it was fantastic.
You weren't going to get a rise out of that person.
No, we must have we must have got 8 or 9 driving.
I have a logistics question. Why would Wilmer State Hospital would have been local for you guys in Fulda?
No, it was a hospital where people with psychiatric problems were sent. It was
the farm.
St. Peter had the people who were a little more dangerous. Wilmer had just probably Alzheimer patients before we knew what Alzheimer's was.
Gotcha.
So it was a local. Hey, they were good for business, Wilmer. We get 2-3 a year out of there. It was, you had to get 40. That was the magic number for the old man.
We got to up the quota.
So you got to get 40.
40 was a good year.
40 was a good year.
It was a good year.
Yeah, only end of the year you only have 33 or 4. It's you're scrounging.
We need a good bus accident.
Christmas is tough at that point.
Yes, that's right.
You're not going to get the Daisy Red Rider BB gun.
No, you're not. That's right.
Need 4 more for that kid to get a present.
Right. Yeah, that was kind of the...
what you're saying is tonight is a bit anticlimactic to your 9-year-old
go
memory.
Enjoy yourself, but, who cares? You can't lose to this team. You're going to run it. He's going to jump around like an idiot, leading the team out onto the field. Yeah. The coach should not lead the team out onto the field. He should run out like a humble human being instead of saying, "Oh, it's all about me." Yeah. You think Murray ever ran out in front of the team?
To grow, you must fail.
Yeah, right. Well, anyhow, yeah, it is kind of sad that, and this has certainly not had anything to do with him. They've been playing this lousy non-conference schedule for 30 years.
It is going to be a beautiful, perfect night, though.
Although I thought it might, didn't they say it's
later, not till after midnight?
Okay, well, we'll be good.
Okay, can they beat Fresno State?
Yeah, that'll be the only one of the 3 non-conference that they will probably be challenged in. But
Miami of Ohio.
Miami, Ohio's terrible.
Then at Maryland.
Maryland's having some issues. The coach, they had the young man die in workouts, and they are in absolute.
Is he going to survive?
Nothing announced yet on Durkin. I don't think he's going to survive.
Home to Iowa.
They can beat the Iowegians, although Iowa's probably going to be favored by 6 or something.
At Ohio State.
Nah, they won't win that one.
At Nebraska.
They won't win that one.
Home to Indiana.
Yes, the one. Nobody's ever lost to Indiana at home. It's impossible.
At Illinois.
In football.
At Illinois.
Yeah, they'll beat Lovey.
Purdue.
At home, they can win that one.
Northwestern at home.
They'll split those 2. They'll win one of the 2. I don't know, Purdue or Northwestern.
And they conclude November 24 at Wisconsin.
63-7, Wisconsin.
A nail biter.
Yes. Because Wisconsin's mad because the Gophers basically only tried to hold the score down in the final last year, so Wisconsin will have to put it on them to make themselves contenders for the college football.
Pat, will you regale the crowd, because we had a former Gopher coach Jerry Kill here in the crowd yesterday.
Yes.
My favorite Purdue Jerry Kill moment in Gopher football history, please.
Well, they had an African-American coach who, in fact, is now coaching the receivers for the
Vikings. Yep.
Darrell Hazel. Mm-hmm. And Jerry was on the sidelines, and there was another Purdue coach, an assistant coach, who was also an African-American gentleman, and And Jerry ran out there and congratulated him as the head coach.
Yep.
He had his, he got
the wrong guy.
He had the wrong guy. He had the wrong black guy when he ran out there. That's one of my 5 favorite Gopher moments. Yeah. We didn't mention that on the air too often.
No. I don't think so. No.
100 times a year.
Easily.
3 years. Yeah, right. Yeah, he had the wrong black guy. That's okay.
Those things happen.
That happens. Yeah.
Well, it's an intense moment.
Yes, it is. Yeah, he just and by the way, that was a nail biter, wasn't it? Really?
Yes, it was.
35, 32.
Yes, it was.
Or something. Yeah.
Why don't you all stay tuned, and we'll be back shortly.
I really hate to interrupt all of this celebration going on here right now.
I just met a young lady who I blocked on Twitter, and neither of us can figure out why. So.
Oh, wait. Let me guess. Was it Joe Mauer, bilateral leg weakness?
She said she did make a couple jokes about the trees one time.
Okay, then it was the trees.
Field.
All right.
Could have been the trees. But
what about the trees? What about the trees?
He has odd rules for Twitter.
When we took the trees out in 2011.
Oh, at the ballpark.
Yep.
And everybody thought it was hilarious to talk about the trees.
Myself
After
included.
about 3 months, I said, okay, I issued a warning. Any more tree jokes in my Twitter feed, you're blocked.
Yep.
And I blocked 20, 25 people probably. I don't know. You got to have your rules. Bilateral leg weakness was probably the next one. Anybody who made a joke about that after about a year,
but
they got blocked.
You let one guy slip through because he had a good line. What was it when the wife of Joe had twins? What was the line?
I don't know.
No, I think
bilateral baby.
No, she said he said that she had bilateral egg weakness.
Oh, yes, that's
what
right,
it was.
That's right.
Why are you wearing what appear to be white orthopedic shoes?
Because I figure if I step in any animal poop, I can throw them away.
Is this the return of the mall walkers?
No, here.
These are the mall walkers.
Here,
yes,
here I have a question for you.
Yeah.
Why would these be any more? Why would you throw these away as opposed to any other shoe?
Because they cost $29.
Well, they're bad tennis shoes.
Well, they're okay. They're mall walkers. These are the ones that had their picture taken with the Stanley Cup.
Oh, yeah.
They had they went all around the Twin Cities.
How long did that bet
Rode
last?
in a limo. A couple of months.
Did you get to George's today and get your shoes back?
No, I'm not getting them till Tuesday. I wanted to make sure everything's cleaned out.
This is unbelievable.
Doris made us a promise though earlier, Patrick, for tomorrow's show.
You're in for a treat tomorrow.
Oh, what a Brahma bowl!
You better not venture off the porch. Let's put it that way.
When did the cow escape and damn near, or was it a horse?
Horse.
That damn near killed half the population.
Well, it was out here and it decided to go back to the barn, and it literally ran through crowds like this, and nobody died. I can't remember why the horse was here.
Yeah.
Was it police related? Maybe?
No. It came up here from the horse barn with a handler. That almost equals the time that they had to get a ladder to get one of these raptor birds out of the tree because the thing wouldn't come down. But that horse galloped, went right down here on a straight gallop, took a right on a straight gallop, took a left, parked itself back in the barn.
Okay, I gotta. You know what? If you're a raptor,
yep,
and the fair ends,
yep,
and now the cleanup's kind of done.
Yeah.
Can you imagine the critters that come out to enjoy leftover popcorn and the like?
I bet.
And you're sitting up there in the tree. It's a feast.
Oh, it is. Yeah.
It's a feast.
Well, they're raptor birds, though, that go back to the raptor center.
I know, but what
here.
I'm saying is if you can escape and just be patient for a couple of days.
Or if you could escape, it wouldn't even work.
Yes, that's true.
It's a bonanza.
It would be
a feeding frenzy.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
The rodents that you would be able to devour would be terrific. Yes, it would be wonderful.
What do you think about tonight's Vikings game? Does it do anything for you?
No, not a thing.
No.
I just hope that the kicker misses a couple of real short ones so we can see if Judd's head explodes. Judd's got, he was very upset that they drafted a rookie kicker.
Yeah.
Because this is a Super Bowl team and you can't take a chance. And then they got rid of the veteran kicker. So this has been, an hour a day for...
easily.
An hour a day of angst, and then the guy missed 2 short ones last week, right? 242 yards.
If he misses one tonight, Judd will spend 4 hours tomorrow.
Judd's going to the Gopher game, but he'll be monitoring Daniel Carlson. I'll tell you that. I'm rooting for him.
Who'd they get rid of that? Kai Forbath?
Kai Forbath, yeah.
Why? I thought he was pretty good.
Well, he missed 8 extra points or something last year.
I wouldn't waste a draft choice on a kicker.
Yeah, 5th rounder. He's got a big, powerful leg.
I said that like I actually know something about football.
You were breaking it down.
Anyway, last week he pulled a couple left. What as Johnny Height pointed this out, though, yesterday or a couple of days ago, the guy said, after that first one, I knew what I did wrong. Yeah. But then he missed the next one the same way.
But I did the same thing.
Did he know what he did wrong that time?
Yeah, I guess he did.
I guess I did the thing wrong.
So wait a minute.
Generally, when you know what you did wrong, you try to correct it. But
wait a minute. So we've discovered something here.
What?
He's the rookie of kickers.
Yeah, he knows what he did wrong. Right.
He could have made the kick. He didn't want to.
That might have been it.
Did you hear what Pat said to Ingy Reeves?
I missed it.
It was very uncharitable.
Oh, no.
He said
I said, Ingy, I'm going to really...
No, I'm going to tell what you said.
Okay.
Well, there he is with his mirror bald helmet.
Ingy, it's going to be a really memorable day tomorrow. I'm never, ever going to see you again the rest of my life.
That's right. It's all wow. Ingy. Because I don't think we're letting him in the studio as a special guest next week, are we?
No.
Special sit-in, huh?
Security has been identified.
I know you're a Medal of Freedom winner. You're a very loyal. I don't know what.
Is he the first Medal of Freedom winner that had to ask for one?
No, he didn't ask for one.
He told me he asked for it.
No.
Okay.
Bought and paid for.
How many do we have?
15.
15.
Yeah,
wow.
but all medal winners have had a distinct and significant relationship with the state fair shows.
Yes, okay.
The state fair shows.
That's the only thing that matters.
Marjorie, Doris Mold, Lake Detective, Dave Dahl, Monty, Greg Holcomb, the artist, Jerry Hammer, who runs the fair, John Vogel, who you know, Big John,
yeah, right.
Stacy Larson, our geologist, Angie, Tom Barrett of the Volks, Fred Brick, Terry Klinger, Fred Brick, who drove 3 days from Coos Bay, Oregon.
Yeah, he gets one.
Yeah, and Terry Klinger, who drove 20 hours straight from Corpus Christi, Texas.
Okay.
The Wacky Wheeler's been with us 15 times, and then Matt Otto has done a poem for us every year.
Oh, yes, that's true. Are we gonna have that again this year?
The poem?
Yeah.
You missed it.
We had it yesterday.
Oh, really? I missed it. Okay, well, not everything's gone bad for me on this. By the way, Hubbard shuttle today.
Yeah.
Some chorus line of men and women dressed in a very weird fashion.
He's a promoter, folks.
We're over here at TCL, Twin Cities Live, and they were on the shuttle today.
Okay.
Jammed in.
Is that a news flash?
I think they might have been is the Newsies. Is there a Newsies play going on? They were dressed kind of like the Newsies.
Maybe they were from Hamilton.
Oh, there you go.
No, I don't think they were Hamilton. No. But
don't you feel almost obligated that you have to see Hamilton?
I don't know. You can't get in.
I know, but
about the time we took a right to get on to Como, they started singing. They started practicing. So.
They were practicing.
Oh, I bet you were a treat to be around.
Between that and cow poop, it's a tie.
Here in the Sports Talk newsroom is Johnny Height.
Well, thank you. It's sunny, whoever that was. It's sunny and 75 degrees. Twins played a day game down in Cleveland. Now, I reported last hour, somebody will point this out, I said it was 6-2 Cleveland. Apparently, I was incorrect because the final was 5-3.
Oh, my God.
So somewhere I gave Cleveland an extra
Didn't they still win the season series? Against
the Indians?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, they had to win today to do that, I believe.
No.
Are we on the air?
Yeah, we are. Miguel Sano.
Green. I think it's green.
Miguel Sano homered in the ninth for the Twins. Adrianza had a homer earlier, but they still
everybody,
lost.
This has been our life for the past 30 years.
It really has.
We're having a discussion on the air, and look at Sally over here.
I have a tweet to
I'm
send.
Sending a tweet.
Not true. I was trying to unblock this person, but I can't find. She doesn't know how to spell her own name, or she's not on Twitter. One of the two.
Well, Odorizzi, by the way, started for the Twins. Guess how many innings Jake Odorizzi?
Five and a third.
5 and a third.
5 and a third.
As always. I think that's the new
122
name.
pitches.
A show in which everyone has their own conversation.
Changes
Yes,
the
sir.
number to 16. That's how many outs he gets.
Vikes playing their last preseason game tonight. They're down in Tennessee to play the Titans. And the Gophers open up their season at TCF Bank Stadium. That game with a 6 o'clock start at TCF.
What a lovely
Bank
night
Stadium.
for a
Oh, man.
college football game.
Beautiful.
Man, it's great.
And all the high schools are playing tonight.
Yes. Cretin and Totino right off the bat.
At
That's a good
Totino.
game.
Oh, boy.
At Totino, yes. That's a good game right off the bat.
News notes from today. A coalition of government and business groups is kicking off a campaign to attract cruise ships to the Great Lakes.
Huh?
What?
That's not new. That was a very popular thing to do in the 20s and 30s. Or the 20s, I should say.
You remember, huh?
No, but I've seen pictures, and I
Hello?
like documentaries about things like that.
Yes, you do.
I didn't play the soundbite. No, I didn't. That was my voice. I didn't play the soundbite. I just got
Somebody's
yelled
going to
at.
die.
Just got yelled at.
It's a little much today, isn't he?
No, I didn't. Okay.
Michigan Governor Rick
In
Snyder.
case you're wondering, Chris Reavers now receiving the look from Joe Sushi.
I'm going to go sit in the corner.
Michigan Governor Rick Snyder.
He turned my mic off. I guess you got to be careful because he has the control.
That's right. Michigan Governor Rick Snyder and other officials are scheduled to attend an announcement of the Cruise the Great Lakes initiative this afternoon on Mackinac.
I would
Island.
do that. I would take a cruise on the Great Lakes.
Mackinac, right?
We got a
what
price,
island?
Johnny?
Mackinac.
Do you know how much it will cost?
I don't.
Oh, okay.
Let's ask the expert, John.
Here.
Such?
I have no idea.
What's that circled word right there?
Well, it's Mackinac, but I think it's pronounced Mackinac.
Thank you.
Right.
I thought it.
I've been to Mackinac.
Why do you give us so much grief about manure when you can't say Mackinac?
I can say it. I just said it. Mackinac. It's not Kenny. It's just that I won't.
I've been there too.
I've been there.
Overrated.
I tend to agree with you.
Fudge shops and black flies. That's all I found there when I was there in June. The world's largest population of black flies if you're there in the middle of June.
I love driving across that Mackinac Bridge, though.
Yeah,
scary.
it is
Scary. I'm sorry.
I know it is.
Scary. I got to get drunk before I drive across that. Whoops.
The new
Did you ever see the documentary on building that?
Oh, I've seen it 15 times.
Are
I
you
love it.
kidding me?
I love it. It's one of my favorites.
He taped it and he watches it
Oh,
every
I
chance
love
he gets. The new marketing partnership includes several of the region's states and Canadian provinces.
still on this story?
I am. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I didn't.
Nobody's listening
I
to
only read 2 sentences of
That's
it
true.
before everybody started
That's all we
talking.
needed from this story was the Mackinac.
I'm not talking anymore. Joe yelled at me.
Oh,
So you can go to Austria and you can get on some nice European river and you can go over to France.
See the Alps.
Or you can go get in a Lake Erie and go to Duluth. Okay, which one are you going to do?
Vice President Mike Pence visited Minnesota
I bet
today.
Such would do it. I'll bet you $100 Joe would do it.
Do what?
The Great Lakes Cruise.
Absolutely.
Of course
There you go. See? Pence's second stop in the state this month. He reiterated President Trump's support of veterans at the American Legion's National Conference, and he also is attending a fundraiser for the state's Republican Party.
Did he screw up traffic, John?
Not that I'm aware of, Kenny.
Yeah,
He was
me
late,
neither.
though. He was late.
Huh.
He was supposed to be there this morning, but he only got there this afternoon. He addressed a Legion crowd of several hundred people at the convention center, calling the president an ally and champion for veterans, and ticked off the work his administration has done on behalf of them, as he says, improving access to mental health
You know,
services.
if we got a guy like that in here in the past, he'd show up at the state fair. He's not coming to the fair, huh? The president,
Not that
vice
I'm
president?
aware of.
No.
A California man's been charged with threatening to kill Boston Globe employees over a Globe-coordinated series of editorials condemning President Trump's suggestion that journalists are the enemy. 68-year-old Robert Chain is from Encino, California. He made more than a dozen threatening phone calls to the Globe's newsroom between August 10th and August 22nd.
This was inevitable.
Oh, yes.
On the day the editorials were published in newspapers across the country, Chain called the newsroom, threatened to shoot Globe employees, according to the prosecutors. He will end up being sent from California to Boston to face those charges. The FBI said in a
John,
press...
stop talking. I've just been handed breaking news that I'm going to hand to Mr. Royce to read to the public.
100 more Krabby Coffee mugs will be here.
Oh, my.
I thought it was going to say now, not until tomorrow.
But tomorrow.
100 more.
100 more. And they will be gone by 3 p.m.
Yeah.
So if you have any interest in those, get here early. I think. What time does the talk shop open? 9 a.m.? 9 a.m. Be here at 9 a.m.
Just stay overnight.
Why didn't we order 200?
Why didn't we order 1,000 like Patrick and I suggested?
Okay, follow up to the story we had the other day. Remember the woman captured on the video from the doorbell?
When I get back next week, I'm going to start throwing.
I do, John.
I'm going to start throwing my power around.
John, I saw the video.
Authorities in Texas say they found the woman who was captured on the doorbell video in the middle of the night, her wrists shackled and what appeared to be broken restraints. They are withholding her identity for now. She appears to be a domestic violence victim. The sheriff says 32-year-old woman is safe with family out of state. He also said, the sheriff, that deputies found her 49-year-old boyfriend dead at a house in a subdivision 46 miles north of Houston. The sheriff said he made suicidal comments in a call to the sheriff's office, had died from a single gunshot wound. So that mystery cleared up.
Thanks for that grim story.
Well,
jeez.
Got any Caleb Jones updates, or have we done that already?
What is he accused of? What is he alleged to have stolen?
Cell phone.
Her cell phone.
Oh.
After throwing her to the ground and kicking her. Then she tried to call 911. Caleb Jones grabbed the phone and ran.
I'll be darned.
Daryl Hall and Neil Young have reportedly tied the knot. The actress and singer-songwriter have been dating since 2014.
Daryl Hall.
Wait, what?
Did I say Daryl
Daryl
Hall?
Hall married Neil Young.
Did I say
finally,
Daryl?
yes, he's finally out of the closet.
He finally admits it.
God.
Wow.
Taking forever.
This
Daryl
is breaking
Hannah.
news.
Daryl Hannah.
Daryl Hannah. That's a horse of a different color.
Daryl Hannah and Neil
Horses,
Young.
right.
Neil Young?
Yeah.
What the hell's wrong with her?
Well, they've been dating since 2014.
Yeah, but why did he dump that woman he'd been with for 30 years?
Because apparently he liked Daryl Hannah.
Okay.
That's the reason.
I guess.
Who's
He's
Daryl?
gotta- He's got to be 20 years older than her, doesn't he?
I think so.
I think pretty close.
Who's
certainly.
Daryl Hall with?
John Oates.
Some guy named Oates. So he is out of the closet.
John, you had a hell of a story. You got everybody.
Angie, if you don't take off the damn hat, I'm going to stab you through the heart with a pencil. I'm getting a headache from this.
Johnny, when you said
Get the
Daryl,
cat out of here.
when you said Daryl Hall and John and Neil Young, the whole crowd kind of perked up.
Whoa!
This is a national story.
We were almost my talk for a
Put the
second.
hat under the porch. Put the hat under the porch where the sun can't get at it.
Make him bury it.
God almighty.
Thank you, Iggy. Now he's having an
Got to go to the eye
attack.
doctor.
Oh, it's being laid to
Good.
rest.
All right.
Good. Come back and get it later.
Page 6.
Come
reporting-
back after class.
Yes.
So anyway, didn't Neil have a couple of kids with this lady?
Yes,
He just
he
ditched
was-
for Daryl Hall?
Yeah, he'd been married to her for, 30 years, I believe?
The lovely Peggy.
Peggy, yeah. Peggy.
She performed with him at
She'll
in that
go-
wonderful Nashville concert.
She'll
Yeah.
go straight to heaven having to listen to that crap being practiced day after day.
Only one of the greatest of the 20th century.
He got more and more boring as life went on.
Oh,
Wow.
Royce, I salute you.
That's
Oh,
Really know your music, don't you?
just the worst thing.
Is he in inks?
The couple reportedly had 100 guests.
Let me
at
tell the
wedding.
Ink story.
Yeah, go ahead.
They're revising the music for the show back when the Switch was coming on, and they said we're going to play a song by. Royce said, "What's Inks?"
INX.
INXS.
INXS.
No, that was when we were.
INXS.
That was when we were starting the Monday
He
show.
thought they were called Inks.
Inks. Never heard. of them.
Well, it's like Royce when he couldn't get the TV started a couple of weeks
God.
ago. Call the TV department.
Right.
We've got a department that just turns
That's all
on
they do.
flavors.
They come up and turn the TV on. Why don't you take it to a break
I've
before
lost
I...
the remote.
Johnny. John Height News. John Height.
There's nobody on the stage.
Nobody really gives a damn, do they? John?
Everybody just left.
John, we're on the air trying to do the news.
He's talking to Ingy.
Jeez Louise.
Pat's tweeting. We're good.
I'm paying attention.
That's unusual.
Well, I have to.
That's unusual. Could I make an announcement?
No.
Wait, before you do, can I tell you that Mr. Reavers, who just told us he had to pay attention, didn't have my mic on?
Oh, stop it.
Yes,
the
Pat.
young lady who told me that I blocked her on Twitter, I can't find the name she gave me on Twitter to unblock her. So,
Huh.
Fine.
Okay.
Johnny, let's go.
I don't want to be a guy that makes promises and then doesn't fulfill them.
Kenny, what do you got?
I got nothing. A little bit of a buzz going. I hope nobody can tell.
No.
This peppermint flavored water is really refreshing.
A Colorado golfer. Colorado golfer said his plans to compete in a tournament were scrapped after a driving range accident embedded a bolt in his leg.
Who?
A Colorado golfer.
Okay, so
Nobody finished.
how'd this happen? Explain this.
Why
to
is
me.
this news then if it's nobody we know?
Because it's an unusual incident.
There's
It's
some
an unusual incident.
There's some peculiarity to it.
Yeah, don't tell me.
Yes.
Matt Gutierrez said he was at the driving range of the Greeley Country Club to practice for last week's Pro-Am tournament when his wedge club got snagged on a boundary rope in front of him.
Okay.
His swing pulled the eye bolt, anchoring the rope out of the ground and sent it flying at his left leg where it pierced his bone.
Wow.
So that's why it's
I guess that's pretty newsworthy.
That is a bad accident on a golf course right there.
Gutierrez-
That's worse than getting hit by a ball by me.
Gutierrez said, I didn't even feel it go into my knee, surprisingly. I was actually more concerned about my club because it had a big yellow rope around it, but then I looked down and saw the bolt sticking out of my knee. He was taken to the North Colorado Medical Center in Greeley. The bolt was removed. Gutierrez said they had to unscrew it and pull it out.
Wow. Gross.
Painful.
Well, the moron was too close to the rope.
Yeah.
Greeley Country Club said the boundary ropes
All right, Trump. Thanks.
have been removed. Wow. Will not be reinstalled.
What was Trumpian about that? This moron was too close to the rope.
A guy named Gutierrez. That's what it was.
I didn't even remember his name. I don't care what his name is. He was too close to the damn rope.
Okay.
Sing the damn song, Sonny.
Boy, tomorrow's going to be
Tomorrow's
fun.
going to be something else, man.
I don't think I'll be here. How do you like that?
You have to.
Two New Mexico men are facing charges after police say the pair went on a spree of stealing trash cans around Santa Fe, New Mexico.
Why?
50-year-old Kenneth Brooks and 19-year-old Nicola Wedeveld
Hey, look at that one over there. That looks good.
were arrested after a security guard spotted them pushing rolling trash carts with trash cans inside from the Santa Fe Community Convention Center. Criminal complaint says police found the two men next to the two carts with other trash carts loaded inside. Court documents say Wedeveld told police he intended to use the trash carts for personal use. Police say one stolen bin was valued at more than $3,200.
No.
That's what the police said, Kenny.
No.
I don't know what
That's
to
an
tell you.
insurance
Yes,
scam.
Joe, you have your arm raised.
The city of St. Paul began delivering the government trash carts.
Okay.
Oh, God.
A block away.
Here we go.
A block away. It sounded like the arrival of an invasion force. Because these kids were dragging them and throwing them and then grabbing them off the truck. And I ran outside to see what the commotion was.
So
I
what-
thought it was a war coming towards
So
us.
what have we done? Explain
The
it to me
government's
again.
now in the trash business.
Start at the beginning. I don't understand.
There's-
What was the situation like before all of this?
Everybody had a private hauler, contractor.
Every single house in St. Paul had their own trash haul.
Well, they had their
no.
own company, suppose.
Company.
I mean, if you wanted to hire...
Like Highland Sanitation
So
might have
my
had
guys
700.
my guys are ace. Now you have to just have one, huh?
On
No.
a block with 20 houses, you had 20 different trash
No.
people.
Not
no.
necessarily.
No.
You might have three.
Might have had two.
Yeah.
Might have had one.
Yes.
They could all use the same company, Kenny.
What year is it in St. Paul?
Well,
right now?
who the hell wants to give
Kenny.
a monopoly to some of these big outfits who won't let you put extra stuff out?
You guys,
I got to be able to put extra crap out there.
You guys- Royce, I'm bringing crap down from the farm. Washing machines, hot water heaters, furnaces.
That ain't the way that works.
I drag them out to my alley. They're gone.
Kenny.
They're gone.
Kenny, settle down and let me tell you. I could put a dead horse out there and Highland Sanitation's going to take it.
Yes,
Really?
that's
I don't
what
know
I'm
about
saying.
what I'm
Yes,
getting.
I'm with you.
That's
there.
what.
Okay.
It's America. We don't have to
I
have.
don't need the
a
government to arrange
designated
my trash collection.
trash. you
All
know.
I'm saying is, in Minneapolis, that's the only thing they've gotten right.
But here's the best
Only
part.
thing.
Here's the best part. These frauds claim they're doing this to lower the carbon footprint, save the earth, save the alleys. They're making fourplexes, for example, that now get by on one cart.
Yeah.
Each unit has to have
well,
one.
that's
it's
bogus.
B as in B,
That's
S as in
bad.
S.
That's bad.
And they're all getting paid off under the table.
I'm going to find out who built these damn trash cans and see if they're related to anybody in the city.
I know we used this line earlier, but I think it's worth repeating since Patrick is now here that John Haidt is the only guy that successfully fell inside of his own trash bin.
That did happen.
I did that once at First Avenue.
Nice.
I was pretty lit up, and I was leaning against the trash can. Next thing you know, I'm looking straight up.
John's
One
sneakers
more,
are
John.
sticking out of the top.
One more of your best efforts.
Best efforts,
Oh,
huh?
that's a lot of pressure.
This might be the last wacky story ever, since tomorrow we play music
That's
during
right.
this segment.
That's right.
so-
I have a request after this story.
Oh, wait.
No.
That's right. We're on the air next
All
week.
right, just skip this story.
Okay.
Go to the request.
What's the request?
Is the John Haidt Band. Now, I know Friday's not the official end, but it's
Right.
the fair end. Can the John Haidt Band lead us, and it's a long way from to Tipperary, out here as everybody joins us in singing that?
Oh, that'd be fun.
Like the,
No, that's not gonna
like the
work
end
out.
of Mary Tyler Moore.
I don't think so.
Hey, let's get a bagpiper out here.
Oh, man.
That could be good.
Do a mournful dirge.
Yes.
Are you high?
Yeah. All right, Johnny, thank you.
That's right.
We're going to be back in just a moment.
Sports Talk is live here at the Minnesota State Fair, the final segment of this particular episode, but we will be here again for one final show from the Minnesota State Fair tomorrow.
Sounds like Johnny's band is playing.
Oh, man, it's going to be a fun day. I can't wait.
We've already stocked the liquor cabinet.
Yep.
Royce's red mic is
Are
up.
you ready, Patrick?
Can I make an announcement?
Yes, sir.
Tom Gugliotta will be here momentarily, former Wolves outstanding player, and they are celebrating this year their 30th season, and Googs is here to get people going, talking about the Timberwolves as they get ready for the 30th
Former
season.
All-Star Tom Gugliotta.
Yes, and I was looking back at all his stuff. Man, he was here at an interesting time.
Yes.
He played with Leitner and Ryder, and then he played with Steph and KG. So he was
Are you going to
here.
milk that interview for an hour?
No, I think we're going to talk to him as long as he'll be here. I'm not sure how long. He's kind of going around the fair here.
Do you have anything available for us today via the magic of recorded tape?
No. But next week,
Recorded tape.
next week, as we go out in 4 shows, I'm going to set a standard of a minimum of one taped interview per day. That is the nirvana of talk radio.
I think you should only be live for 15 minutes a show.
I'll tell you what you should do. Why don't you go in this weekend and just tape the damn 4 days?
That could be.
And
My
not even
dream
show
was
up.
my dream was always the hat trick of
Oh.
taped interviews, but I think we only pulled that off once or twice.
Came up to me and he said,
Please tell me you did no taped interviews during the state fair this year.
no.
No, we did not.
You're to be commended.
We did not. We had a couple on the phone. We're going to have Andy Greeter from Stadium, the St. Paul paper at 5 o'clock.
He did give me the Joe one time. Rivers, this is fantastic. It's a 3-tape Thursday.
Kenny, you got me? Why are you holding a basketball, lady? Why do you have a basketball?
Gugliotta. She's here for Tom Gugliotta.
That's right.
Never mind.
All right.
I can't hear anyway.
All right. That's good. Anyway, hey, this has been a festive day, and tomorrow will be it for Sports Talk at the Fair.
And that will be it.
You think you're going to podcast from the fair?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't want you to start creating these
No,
ideas.
no.
Rook,
I
what
just do
size
that.
animal is Doris going to bring tomorrow?
Buffalo.
Oh,
Rook,
no,
Buffalo.
she can't walk it over. It needs to be trucked in.
Okay.
I will
It needs
pay
to be
for it.
trucked in.
I will pay for it.
And right now they are feeding it a soybean cornmeal mush right now. So you better be ready.
I stepped in cow
Did you
poop.
ever have a Brahma bull here?
Oh,
in
yeah.
all your
Yeah,
years?
yes, we
you have
did.
a
Yes,
bull?
Yeah.
yes.
What do they do? Sedate those boys before they bring them over, or what?
He was a little agitated. He was a little crabby.
Yeah.
I'm not remembering the bull, but I'm going to say yes,
We
had
have.
one.
Yeah, we have for sure. I know that. I just don't remember what year.
Scottish Highland heifers
Oh.
that have horns.
Okay, well,
They're beautiful.
Joe Esteban flew here from Scotland.
Well,
Where did it come from?
eventually, originally
Grandpa
somebody
did. Yeah, Grandpa had to
somebody
come
flew
here.
here from Scotland.
What's the temp in the back there, Reed?
Oh,
It's got to be about
beautiful.
75.
It's 75, I believe,
Gorgeous.
at last report.
One of the nicest days in State Fair history, I would say.
12.
Yeah, I was going to tell you that.
1500
this is
ESPN
perfect.
is KSTP, St. Paul, Minneapolis. Stay tuned for the ride with Royce.
Hi, this is Chris Howard, host of Plugged In with Chris Howard. It's crazy to think that a few weeks ago we were talking about whether or not Tua Tagovailoa should consider retiring after 2 concussions and worldwide debates on player safety and NFL culpability. Tua has done nothing but go back to work and currently has the Dolphins riding a 3-game win streak and 1 loss behind the division favorite Buffalo Bills. While everyone was yapping about the end of his career, Tua Tagovailoa said he'll decide when it's time. And clearly, he's not ready to hang up the cleats. Hi, this is Chris Howard from the Plugged In with Chris Howard podcast. BetOnline.net is your number one source for betting football and the start of the new basketball season. Find all the latest player developments, team matchups, news, podcasts, and in-depth analysis on every game. BetOnline remains your continued source for all your sports wagering information with live betting, up-to-the-minute scores for the fastest and easiest way to check in on all your favorite games and events, including the MLB playoffs, the start of the NHL season, MMA, boxing, and golf. And if you love sports podcasts, you can find those at BetOnline as well. Head to the website today or use your mobile device to learn more. BetOnline, where the game starts.